Dragon Stadium, home to the San Diego State Aztecs. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Aztecs will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies offense will take the field first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football. But we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Washington right back to the line. Scanning the field, it's Vincent. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Aztecs offense will go to work for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback effect.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Got it set up on the outside. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Let's think just a little bit about San Diego State. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Now adjusting. Touchdown, San Diego State! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch and catch.
Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Adams. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decision, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
Now the play fake. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air, it's Vincent. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And that is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Give to the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Aztecs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. There he goes! Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Aztecs are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback making checks. To the air on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. With the run on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Aztecs headed quickly to the line. It's now 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. The running game has not been the answer on the last 2 plays. What can they dial up on 3rd and goal? Under fire. Looking for the goal line. And they will score. Touchdown, Aztecs.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. USC went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Trojans in a statement win if there ever was one. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wide open downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Vincent. Quick strike complete. No chance to run, but still a good gain. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Rasmussen. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a 1st down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a 1st down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Punch it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The play action fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Washington wants to go quickly. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. And it slips just inside that right upright. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late. Turning it on! They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. Bringing the heat. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm. And finally throws his 1st incompletion of the game.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. They'll move the tight end. Making side adjustments here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Offense, quick tempo. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Not a lot of room to fit that one in, but he did. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Aztecs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Offense now working in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
Back to throw, it's Vincent. Blasted as he lets it go. It's caught downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Huskies will hustle to the line. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Still looking, on the move. Rolling right and going deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Makes a grab past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. What a disappointment. No good. And after the miss, fellas, still sitting on an 18-point lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like a terrific atmosphere there today in San Diego. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And just like that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Snapdragon Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Huskies will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it, breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Aztecs! And the beatdown has ensued. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost the race.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. That's caught. It's Melton. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. New set of downs after the completion. On the run, it's Peppers. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Takes the easy completion. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to pass. It's Vincent. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He'll work his way down to the 28.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Woods. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Huskies. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He'll bring it out. It's Addison. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Pulls it in. It's Addison. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Hauls it in.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw it. On target.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
They'll go up top on second and short. Caught over the middle. It's Addison. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
To throw, it's Vincent. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And the holder will place it down on the left hash, a 47-yard try coming. Absolutely center cut. That pulls them to within 15, 28-13 the score.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The give to the back. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6. The Aztecs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They feed him again. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. And the Aztecs in the hurry up.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down. And they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run play action. The sweet feet buy a little time. Trying to make magic with his feet. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. That'll do it for the quarter, guys, and San Diego State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job by the defense.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense. They're taking advantage.
Going for it all. Looking to get it in. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. The Aztecs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Touch pass on the right. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Touchdown, San Diego State! And the stomping has commenced. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the
pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, it's Vincent. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Washington right back to the line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. And the Huskies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking to throw on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Going to swing it on second down. Here's the Heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Touchdown, Washington. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Rush is on him. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. Quarterback looks for a little space. Sneaks it in. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen.
There he goes. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Looking for a man. It's Vincent. That's reeled in. It's Melton. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Holding.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Offense getting set for first down. The snap sets up to throw. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed up.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to defend the field position with the return. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about...
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. To the air, it's Vincent. zone. That'll be a safety and put an exclamation point on this one.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
San Diego State Aztecs will take over. 1st and 10.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hubs it downfield. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship, and winning a national championship